think I have it. I think it's working. Excuse the top of my head. I had to move my um, webcam for reasons. So now it's above me, which is kind of awkward for me to look up at, but it's better than where it couldn't go before now. So I have to look up at you to talk to you. So you will be looking at me looking down a lot as I work on the alien baby here again. And it's all crooked. Let's see here. Which way does it need to go? Let me look in this software here and figure this out. There we go. Okay. So the camera is kind of... I don't want to mess with it. If I mess with it and mess up the camera, then I'll have to start to stream all over. That will be a pain. So I don't want to do that. Hello, alright, I'm doing it again. Live streaming once again, as I promised I would be doing frequently. Same bottle, this time it's got lemon in it. I'll be getting a new bottle probably tomorrow. It's that time. So, we're back here with the alien baby, and I think I have decided for sure that this little alien baby is going to be on a bluish blanket. Which then will make it have the trans flag colors, which is fine with me. It's not intentional. But she is a little alien baby, so I don't know. I keep saying she. It is. I don't want to call it an it. The baby, the alien baby, is going to be purple with green hair and green eyebrows. So I thought that might look cute on here with the blue. So let's see. I've got my bucket of blue Prismacolors, and there's a couple of Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils in here too. But I think I've pretty much used up like the bright blue I would like to use for this. Let's see if this is... Yeah, there's just not enough pencil left in that. This one's not bad. This one is Blue Violet Lake, which has got a little purple in it, which is okay. I need a dark one for shadows. That would be perfect. It needs to be sharpened. Wait, what's this? Is this the same thing? No, that's a little bit more let me see. Yeah, I think that one will be good. Well, no, that's going to make it too purple. I want it more blue. Shadows need to be more blue so you can really see it that it's blue. There's China blue. That might work. Yeah, that's probably going to be good right there. That China blue. And I need a white, which I'm going to have to go and get from the other side of the room, of course. That makes sense. I have my back door open. Hopefully the cars will behave themselves so that Minnie Sue can sit on the back porch and look out. She can't fit through the slots and like the barrier, that goes around the back porch, but she can see through them. So she likes to sit there and just watch the cars and everything that goes by. And as long as she's not barking, we're cool. But the minute she starts barking, I have to bring her back in, and that kind of like ruins her whole night. So this is going to take a little while to fill in all this. Probably more time than the top part did. We'll see how much energy I have to keep streaming today. We'll see. It varies. Sometimes I reach like 2 hours or an hour and a half, and I'm like, I'm done. It's hard to keep up. I don't know how some of these professional streamers do it. It's hard to keep up running conversation and be entertaining and, engaging to keep people watching. It's really a pretty interesting new sort of art form, or I guess entertainment form. I like it. I'm just not as energetic as some of these young folks. And I'm wearing my hair in a very decidedly 80s way today. Got the one pigtail going. Isn't that the 80s style? I still have a little bit of hair dye left at the bottom of my hair right here. I need to cut that out. I've tried to grow my hair out completely natural, and this is what it was. I was pretty surprised to see that I had, white silver hair underneath all the black hair dye, or the purple hair dye, or the pink hair dye. I am flirting with pink again, though. I'm kind of thinking I want to dye my hair this color. This, like, sort of bubblegum pink. Just for fun. But then I'll have to wait and grow that all out, too. And I won't have to bleach it, though, because that colored dye goes right over the gray hair, no problem. I'm thinking about it. I want to wear the gray hair for a while. People think I dyed it this way intentionally, which I find hilarious. Especially younger people. It's like, no, just have a stressful life and wait long enough, and you too can have silver hair. I did the thing again where I didn't eat before I started streaming. I figure I'll have a bowl of soup during my break, so it'll be real fast. I can practically drink a bowl of soup. So I have to medicine I have to take on a schedule, which is just a pain in the butt. Makes me old. Makes me feel old, anyways. So what's going on in the world? How about that Kevin McCarthy, huh? The gimpiest of all the gimps. Still can't win. Been kissing everybody's booty for years now. Still can't win. Watching the Republican Party fracture apart is kind of entertaining, except I'm afraid of what they're going to turn into. I think that the crazy faction is going to win, and the Republican Party is just going to be like the place where everyone with any kind of lunatic belief that doesn't like Democrats will find a home. And not liking Democrats is not a political position. You know, you've got to have policies like these. None of these people, none of the, I hate to use the word crazy because it's ableist, but it's like none of the outlandish faction of the Republican Party has any kind of policy ideas, because they're pretending. Because really what they're after is the same thing all Republicans want, which is more tax cuts for the rich. Nothing having to do with workers, nothing having to do with the people of the country, just more tax cuts for the rich. And maybe they'll do like they did last time and throw a little tax break in for you middle class folks, and then have it go away in a couple of years like they did last time. But the tax cuts for the rich, that stuff sticks around. So when it comes down to it, even these outlandish people still have the same policy agenda. They're not, when they call themselves right-wing populists, they're lying. What they're saying is, look, I'm a horrible racist, white supremacist, Christian theocrat, like you are. That's what they're trying to say. They're not going to do anything any different than any other Republican. It's all just a show for the base, because they've attracted just the most unhinged people in the country to be their base, and that's millions of people, because we've got serious mental health problems in this country. There's a lot of unhinged going on. Okay, now that I'm starting to get in here, I've got these lines that I drew in with a pencil where the baby's blanket is. Some of them I traced in, some of them I drew in after. So I have to find my little piece of eraser. I need erasers really bad. Need to buy some. Get off my booty and buy them. I keep forgetting to put them in my cart when I use the evil Amazon that I feel guilty about using, that has the best deals for me. Art supplies are a better deal there than they are some places. And they bring them to my house. I don't drive. It makes it very convenient for me. My convenience is destroying people's lives, though. They had Amazon. Amazon had another worker drop dead on the warehouse floor, and instead of like closing the shop for a little bit, you know, while the police and the coroner and everybody comes and takes care of it, they just piled boxes around the person's body and made everybody in the area go back to work right next to him or her, dead. They made them go back to work right there with boxes piled around their dead coworker. Now, granted, this was an older person Not like some 35-year-old dropped dead on the line because they were working so hard. But it doesn't matter. They're still a human being. And why do we have a society that's so messed up that older people feel like they have to go to work at Amazon? So I guarantee you they didn't want to be working there. They had to. So why are we in a society that does this to old people to begin with? It's sickening. I'm disabled, but I'm basically retired. I'm younger than the retirement age, clearly. But I started working when I was 12 years old, and I worked, and had kids frequently throughout. Sometimes I was a stay-home mom for little bits of time, but in general, I worked when my kids were, coming up, and I worked for years. And I don't feel guilty about not working now. And nobody over the age of 55 should have to work. There's plenty of young people, and it's important for the older people to move out of the workforce to clear the way for the young folks. And that gives you about, 20 years or so with our lifespan in America to actually enjoy your life and the life you've built all those years working and everything. Like, that should be your time to enjoy your family and your grandchildren. And it's absolutely obscene that we have 70-something-year-old people at work. I mean, unless they want to be at work. But most of them, I guarantee, they wouldn't want to be. They're there because they have to be. Nobody at 70-something years old wakes up one day and is like, I want to be a greeter at Walmart. No, that's a job you get if it's like, okay, my Social Security isn't quite enough to keep me alive. That's why old people work. And that's ridiculous. That should never be a thing. Why aren't we taking care of these? It's like we don't take care of our vets when they come back from the war, and they have to fight for their benefits and stuff. It's the same thing with these elderly people. They have to fight to stay alive on the pittance they get. In the richest country in the world that spends billions on defense, and then the part of the government that's in charge of defense can't even say where the money goes or what's happened to it. It just disappears into the Pentagon. And in the meantime, 70-something-year-old people are dropping dead at work. That joke, I'll work until noon on the day of my funeral is not so funny when you think about Amazon. It's like they're serious. They want you to work until noon on the day of your funeral. And don't try to leave 5 minutes early either. I think this grayish blue is going to be good. It's a little purple too, but it reads more, I don't know, next to that pink it reads more of a grayish blue, which is fine. It's not a trans baby, but I didn't want it to be I didn't want to steal their thunder too much. So it wasn't the intention. Steal trans people's flag. Well, maybe this is a trans baby. I don't know. I didn't ask it. Trans baby or alien baby, what are your pronouns? It's going to say something in some language I don't understand. People get so offended by things like pronouns. Like, are you serious? You're offended by asking somebody how they like to be referred to? I mean, can I just come up and call you, hey, Jack? Jack, what's going on, Jack? Eventually you're going to be like, my name's not Jack. And I'm going to be like, so? That's what I choose to call you. I don't want to have to go through all the trouble of finding out what your name is. I mean, there's no big deal in asking somebody how they like to be referred to. It's polite. People don't want to be polite. That's just it. They don't want to have to honor somebody. They don't want to have to be respectful when they can get away with not being respectful. That's what they would prefer. To not be respectful to trans people or anybody and ask how they identify. I'm an old lady and I don't see what the big deal is about, somebody telling me their pronouns. It's like, okay, cool. Now there's a less of a chance that I'll forget and mess this up, but there's still a chance that'll happen. But now that you've told me, maybe I'll remember it more. So I think sometimes with some of us older people, we're pretty open-minded about things and everything. We just forget. Like, I've got a trans child, and every once in a while I will dead name or misgender that child unintentionally, like in telling a story or something about when they were young. Generally, like talking about them as an adult, I can remember that, but when they were real young, like when they still used their dead name and all that, like sometimes I forget, and I always feel like a jerk when I forget. Like, that's so wrong. It's disrespectful. It's not that I should feel like, oh, it's such a trouble to me. No, it's like that I need to be remembering this stuff. Like, when I refer to them, I need to be using the proper name and the proper pronouns. Um, a lot of moms resent that because for some reason they feel like their name that they have bestowed on their child is somehow sacred or something. It's like, no, lady, you just named your baby something you liked, you know? Maybe when that baby grows up and it renames itself, you'll live. You will not die over this, I promise you. I've known non-trans people who have chosen different names when they grew up because they didn't like their name, the one their mama gave them. See, like my name, Phyllis. Nobody's named freaking Phyllis anymore. The name is so ancient. It's such an old name. It means the green branch. And it's really an old, it's a more of a Victorian style name to me than something that a woman should be running around with in 2022 America. Like, Phyllis, what the heck is that? You know? There's very few people named Phyllis out there. And it's funny, I did the thing. I Googled my own name. I did an image search on my own name to see if my art would show up. And yes, it did. But also, a bunch of other Phyllis Masters showed up that were all obituaries. Like, no living Phyllis Master showed up. A bunch of dead Phyllis. And I'm like, well, this makes me feel great. Thanks. There's all my art and, like, dead people named like me. Wonderful. Wonderful. But I was really happy to see my art pop up. It's like, oh, cool. There's nothing else that catches it. It's like, it's my name. It's like, awesome. I'm not used to being like looked at or looked for or whatever in a positive way. I'm used to negative attention. So, so when I get people telling me I love your art and stuff, I don't even know hardly know what to do with that information. It's like, that's great. I'm glad that you like my art. Okay, one thing I think I need to do here, people, is I need to personally invite some people to come and watch this stream. Uh-oh. What's this? My stream is lower than the recommended bitrate. What do I need to do for that? I don't have anything. Oh, I have this on. I have an app open. Let's close that. Let's open this widget. So, is that low bit rate? Is that coming from... I use OBS. I guess it's Open Broadcasting Studio, but... I don't know, man. I don't know enough about this to know. I don't have any drop frames or anything, so I'm going to assume that this must be okay. Let me get back to my art. I don't want to have to mess with computer stuff. I just want art stuff. That's the thing about doing like content creation, as they call it, is like you have to be an editor and a talking head and a writer and know how to use these broadcasting, these studio things, and then when I make videos, all the editing that goes into it. It took me to get all 80 of my pieces of art from last year on there for 4 seconds each, and to do a little bit of just like entertainment part of the video. It took me probably 12 hours to edit that whole thing. And it's not even that great, and it's very simple, and it still took me that long. Well, it probably wouldn't take a professional that long, but it took me for freaking ever. I mean, I'm happy about how it turned out, but it still took a long time. This bright light, I don't know what to think about this. If I take it away, it's not bright enough over here for me to see well to draw. I require a lot of light. Okay, what I'm going to do is put this on this other scene over here, turn off the microphone, and send a couple of people some messages so that they will come and join us on the stream if they're available. We will find out. So what do we have over here? Oh, that's the picture I'm doing, only it's flipped in reverse for you guys on camera, and I have no idea why that is. So like lettering would be reversed and everything. All right, let me turn this mic down. Oh, excuse me. And that is the baby I'm mutating into an alien baby. I got that off of Pixabay. It's a free, royalty-free photograph. Of course, that baby is adorable, but I'm not going to put those flowers in its hair. Instead, it has antenna. So, all right, I'm going to turn my mic off and take a little break and send some people some messages real quick to join the stream. Be right back. Alright. I should have done this before I came back on. I'm going to put some music on in the background that is royalty free, that we can, well, it's not royalty free. I've got permission from the people who made it to have it on. So let me do that real fast. Wonder if there's a way I can do it through OBS. Let me see here. Because I'm afraid it'll echo if I do have it on my source. Let's see. Audio source? Audio input. Audio output. Don't know what that means. Media source? Let's see. Let's try music and see what happens. Is that working? Okay. Something that's probably going to cause an echo for a second, but I want to check and see if the music is playing on YouTube. So if I do something weird and the sound goes all wonky, please excuse me for just a second. I just am testing this out to see what I've got going over here on YouTube that you people are looking at. What could possibly be happening? Let's see, I need to go to live and click on this. I'm going to do something that's probably going to cause an echo for a second. Oh, for one thing, it doesn't sound like the volume is very high on my mic. So if I do something weird and the sound goes all wonky, please excuse me for just a second. I just am testing this. You can probably hear that right now. My mic is all the way up. What could possibly be happening? Let's see, I need to go to live and click on this. I'm going to do something that's probably going to cause an echo for a second. Oh, for one thing, it doesn't sound like the volume is very high. It doesn't seem like you're getting any. Something weird and the sound goes all wonky. Please excuse me for just a second. I just am testing the music. You can probably hear that right now. I'm going to close that page. I'm going to go over here to my OBS and remove that media source just because I don't need that. That's not working right. Yes. Let me see what happens if I play it on my actual computer, just out of curiosity. Oh, and somebody's going to be messaging me. What part of I'm live streaming did we not get? Okay. Play. That's going to have to be turned way down too. actions, but I don't regret having them memorized.
5, 6, 7, 8.
because I'm trying to rearrange this area, and I didn't think about live
Pardon.
streaming, and I hadn't got it put back together before I started.
Oh. That hombre,
strange and rigid,
the one who's mounting,
the stallion,
permit no entry into,
your tierra rosa,
for he gives only
rapture,
with surge, superior and drop of goo, with surge, superior and drop of goo. Look out!
There is danger.
Look out!
There is danger.
Beauty!
Desperado style. Ecstasy.
Look out!
There is danger.
Look out!
There is danger.
Beauty!
Desperado style. Ecstasy.
After a careful study,
A drop of gelatinous goo
he has placed it
in his cow pants.
such a fierce and raw Ladino.
He puts the vaquero
Deep inside, with surge, superior and drop of goo. With surge, superior and drop of goo. Look out!
There is danger.
Look out!
There is danger.
Beauty!
Desperado style. Ecstasy.
the music to drown me out. I don't have anything to say. John.
touch her, kiss her, bend her, twist her, do as I please with her. Why can't I just relax? Everything's fine. Why do I have to waste my time? Don't talk about the future, don't think about the past. Even though love doesn't last, at least it was here today. At the kitchen stove, with her back to me, flipping big chunks of French toast. This time in a gown, an ivory gown torn from her hem to the thigh. Breakfast for her kids, hot coffee, cold tea for the man who watches as she bends the ivory gown. Can this be real? Somehow this is not real.
Why can't I just relax? Everything's fine. Why do I have to waste my time? Don't talk about the future, don't think about the past. Even though love doesn't last, at least it was here today.
I just can't stop thinking all these things I think. I guess I'm losing my mind. Chairs side by side, you don't seem to mind. You perk up as I go insane. American spirit, tinkling ice, vodka, grapefruit in the purple air. I'm going to have you, hold you, feed you, bathe you, put you in a hamster cage. Why can't I just relax? Everything's fine. Why do I have to waste my time? Don't talk about the future, don't think about the past. Even though love doesn't last, why can't I just relax? Everything's fine. Why do I have to waste my time acting like a dummy? Don't talk about the future, don't think about the past. Even though love doesn't last, at least it was here.
is a very scratchy, very translucent blue. You would think by looking at it, it would be like a bright blue, like a
if they let me. Brian Cincinnati's trying to get me.
I think. Burnish the whole thing with a white. Go over that last layer with the white. Blend it all together. Kind of make it look more muted, like sort of like a fuzzy blanket, you know, kind of looks kind of muted a little bit, or almost out of focus or something.
Having sex with live things. Having sex with live things.
Pretty time consuming. That is a lot of open space, you know.
Like an elf, I only want to be myself and take pretty women down the twists and turns of the hall, twist and turn into a magical cubicle. This is where they find joy from a fanciful creature with the face of a boy and the needs of a man. Let's make a little baby. It's just as you wish it, my lady. In profound silence, shall ye know elf, except for moments when bodies slap our waves of sound. In profound silence, shall ye know elf, except for moments when bodies slap our waves of sound. In profound silence, shall ye know elf, except for moments when bodies slap our waves of sound. In profound silence, shall ye know elf, except for moments when bodies slap out waves of sound.
More layer of this, and maybe, let me do a little just like.
have been very worried. It has been a very bad day. We have been very worried. It has been a very bad day. We have been very worried. It has been a very bad day. We have been very worried. Partly cloudy with lots of rain and tornadoes. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. And even a little bit of a hurricane. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. Partly cloudy with lots of rain and tornadoes. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. And even a little bit of a hurricane. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la.
Close to the end of this album I've been listening to. As a matter of fact, I think this is the last song. I think what I'll do is, for this last time, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit and not talk. Just do this Spanish thing and so here we go. I will not be speaking for a minute. that would get my channel canceled. If I decided to listen to some Hug. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. So wow, I went through an entire CD of songs there, and I'm still not done here. But this blanket, I'm determined it's going to be done before I end the stream. It's just a lot of repetition. Can't be impatient when you're making art. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. Chill out. Then I need to have dinner, and I don't know what I'm going to have. I'm supposed to be on a diet as per my physician and the pharmacist that I talked to today, because they're insisting if I lose some of this weight, I can go off some of my medications. So I would like that. I don't like taking pills. I don't mind taking my vitamins and stuff, but I don't want to take a bunch of pharmaceuticals, and it's not okay. So I like the sound of that. Lose weight, stop taking meds. Yes, okay. I'm down. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna make to eat, and my kitchen is a mess because I've been slacking off. It was clean because I had my friend come over on New Year's, and he made a bunch of apple pies from New Year's Eve day until the Monday after New Year's. He was here making apple pies, like taking naps in between making pies, like all day and night, and just cranked out pies. And then he cleaned my whole kitchen. It was actually kind of lovely, and I got an apple tart out of it because I told him I can't have so much sugar and butter and stuff because of my diet. So he made me a less sweet, less buttery apple tart, which was still delicious. It was still nice. Very fruity. For some reason, he brought a gigantic bag of lemons with him. I don't know what he thought he was making, but I mean, you need a little bit of lemon with your apple pie when you're making apple pie, but not an entire bag full of lemons. It was pretty funny. Yeah, this looks like a fuzzy baby blanket. I'm pleased with how this is going to turn out. Oh, and another thing, I've got a bad tooth on this side. See, normally I sleep with a CPAP machine. My CPAP machine is broken right now, but I sleep with a CPAP machine. Love the thing. Keeps me breathing really well all night. Well, my CPAP machine broke. And one of the side effects of the CPAP machine, anyways, is that it blows air in my mouth, because I can't use just the nasal one. I have to use the mouth one. And it blows air in my mouth, and it completely dries my mouth out, which is really bad for your teeth and causes tooth decay. And then also, without my CPAP machine, I sleep with my mouth hanging open. Also, the same thing happens. So the entire inside of my mouth dries out. So I've got real bad tooth problems because of that. And I've got one that's exploding in pain. It feels like it's probably getting ready to crack. You know, sometimes when they're about to break, the tooth is about to break, it hurts more. So that's what I'm thinking is about to happen. It's about to be a break. And unfortunately, Medicare does not, and Medicaid do not cover dental. That's why a lot of old people are suffering losing their teeth now, because nobody covers dental. And so, and losing your teeth can have all kinds of other repercussions. You can have a heart attack from tooth decay. Obviously, it affects what you're able to eat and what you're not. So you can end up having malnutrition from tooth decay. Like, it's just, there's a number of problems that bad teeth can cause. You want your teeth to be in good shape. But as you age naturally, different things affect them. Like in my case, the drying out of the teeth used to, due to a medical device. Well, I want to get, as soon as I get a new CPAP machine, I plan to use it when mine's replaced, even though it's messing up my teeth, because this no sleeping thing is terrible. I've not had my CPAP machine for like 2.5 months now, and I can tell you it's a big problem for being healthy. I feel definitely not as energetic and weaker. I'm coughing a lot, and thank goodness I quit smoking, but I'm coughing a lot during the day because I'm not breathing very well at night. So those things need to be fixed. But the toothache thing is a problem because, doing the live stream, I have to speak a lot, and speaking irritates the tooth. I've got some stuff that numbs them though, so next time I live stream, I'll probably put that on first before I start talking. Oh yeah, this is really coming along. The folds of the cloth kind of look weird, but when the baby's in there, it won't look as weird. Got to sharpen again. That's the problem with the colored pencils. You gotta keep them sharp. I do like how this nice buttery white is smushing into that blue that was a little bit scratchier. It's working very well together. They're playing nicely together, which is good to know. Gonna need another one of these sketchbooks before too long. These are my favorite sketchbook for colored pencil, also for mixed media. It can handle some gouache and stuff too. It's Strathmore Visions Mixed Media Sketchbook, and it is, I think, just a superb quality paper. I would even use this paper just to do drawings, like graphite drawings, just because the paper's so sturdy. You can really do a lot to it, and it stands up to it. It might curl a little bit, like it's curling a little bit, but it's not going to warp in the middle. It's not going to tear. It's going to be able to stand up to most of your layers of colored pencil. Plus it comes in the 18 by 24 size, which I love. I mean, not 18 by 24. The 14 by 11. 18 by 24 would be huge. 14 by 11 size that I like so much. I don't know. The 9 by 12 I guess it's 9 by 12, just seems too small. The 8 by 11 is too small. But the 11 by 14 is just right without being too big. It's a little harder to get super detailed in with like eyes and stuff, but it's a good size. Don't take that out of context. Apparently YouTube is cracking down on cursing. Like, they've decided to really, they're now upset about people cursing, and they're going to start demonetizing people who say hard cuss words in the first 8 to 15 seconds of their video. And then after that, there's another so long they're going to be monitoring to also kind of ding you. And I mean, cursing isn't really part of my channel, but a curse word does slip out of my mouth now and then. That's why I don't recommend this for children, because you don't know what I'm going to say, especially if something wild happens in the world, culturally or politically, and I have opinions about it. My opinions are not always safe for work, so I'm going to have to watch that. I have an idea. Why don't they fix the algorithm to where it benefits creators and helps them? Why are you trying to gear it towards the people who are watching? They don't know what the hell they want. You're supposed to be telling them, YouTube, what to watch. You're not supposed to be giving them, what they want in algorithms. You're supposed to, let us creators be in charge and tell the people what they want. and suddenly my channel gets unplugged. No, I just think that, audiences are going to vary, and they're going to pick different things each year they want, and some of that is important, but look, I don't know any YouTube person who watches YouTube that's interested in shorts. That's what TikTok is for. I don't know anybody who's like, oh yay, shorts from my favorite creator. No. Nobody's getting excited over that. Whoever told you they were lying to you just to mess with your algorithm programming. Because nobody likes shorts. People like either like 10 to 15 minute long videos or like hour and a half long videos. Oh, my tooth is going now. Oh, I've got to finish this so I can get this taken care of. But I'm absolutely not going to stop in the middle. Be like, okay, I'm done for today, bye. No, I want to get this blanket more done. It'll look much better with the baby rendered in too. It looks kind of weird there with a baby-shaped white spot. Or at least whatever that is, white spot, because the antenna look funny. But it's going to be cute with this green hair. Little pink lips. Baby lips are adorable. Unless they're spitting up, then they're not so cute. Of course, being a mom, I figured my 3 children were the cutest on the earth. My babies were the prettiest babies. I know that's not true, but I get to say that as a mom. I get to pretend like they were the cutest cutie patooties ever. Right, one more sharpening, and I only have a bit left to do. And I wish you could see that better on camera, but I basically eliminated all the paper from showing through. Also, the white has given it a muted effect to where it kind of looks fuzzy, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, those fuzzy baby blankets, which are bad for the environment. All those fuzzy blankets that are so fleece, that are so wonderful to touch, they're all terrible for the environment. They're putting microplastics in everything. But boy, did they feel good to snuggle with. Ruining everything. Phyllis ruins everything. Isn't that Adam Conover ruins everything? I love that. I love that show. Oh, somebody else trying to tell me if there's something wrong with my stream, and I'm not paying attention to them. Let's see. Is there something wrong with my stream again? Oh, it's just my dear daughter-in-law, my son's girlfriend. She's a sweetheart. I love her to death. I wish nothing but the best for her. She loves my son, and that's very important to me because my son deserves all the love he can get. He had a rough childhood, a rough upbringing. It was rough being my child. He deserves all the love he can possibly get from the world. And this girl is head over heels in love with him, and I'm A-okay with that. They live together and everything, so it's mutual. It's not like she loves him and he doesn't love her. It's a mutual thing. They're in a relationship, and it's very nice. They've been in a relationship for a few years now, which is lovely. When somebody has a rough childhood, a rough upbringing, you never know how they can turn out. They can turn out really wrong, but that young man has turned out right in all the ways that he needs to be. He had a rough patch. He used to be an addict. He used to have a lot of problems, and then he discovered working out, powerlifting in particular, and found that he was good at it, and that's his passion now. He does not, do drugs and alcohol, and he's not using steroids. He's an all-natural power lifter, and that's really cool. And he's got a coach now, so he's doing better form. So that's good. All right. Now let me look at the OBS and see what this looks like. If it looks different than it looks on. Yeah, it looks good. This side seems darker. Oh, that's right. It is darker because I made that darker on purpose. All right. Now, tomorrow I will just have the little baby alien to put in. The baby alien. Little purple baby alien. And it'll be very cute. Probably I'll do the baby's little eyes and lips first, just because I like to get them in sometimes first, and then I'll do the baby's body and hair and antenna and such. But so then my next live stream will probably be a much longer one, much more like New Year's Eve, where I stream for like 4 hours. That's probably what's going to happen next time I stream. It might be tomorrow, and it might not be till Friday. If you're a friend watching it that I have on Messenger, I'll message you when I'm going to be streaming again. If not, if you just showed up here and just show up here, I will be streaming either Thursday or Friday, probably in the evening, although I may try a daytime, which may make it where you can't watch it. I'm very sorry, but I need to try different times and see when I get the most audience. Like during the morning, maybe when older people are watching that are interested in art content, that might be something to consider. So I'm going to put all that in to just practice and see where I land with what's the best streaming schedule, and I'm also going to do Twitch too. So all right, take care, love you very much. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, and yeah, bye.